everyone, welcome back to Demetra's Dishes. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to make another simple dessert with using puff pastry, and the name of that is almond and cheese strudel. So you're going to need a sheet of puff pastry that you can find in the freezer section of your supermarket, a parchment paper that you can put right under that, 2 egg yolks, a little bit of water, some cinnamon, pure almond extract, a little bit of cream cheese and ricotta cheese, both full-fat cream cheese and ricotta cheese, and you need it to be at room temperature. Some sliced almonds. If you can find Greek honey, it's the best to use in this recipe. Pure vanilla extract and a little bit of salt. So we're going to begin by making the filling. It's so easy to make. So you take some ricotta cheese, and I did strain it a little while before. Sometimes it has, depending on the brand that you're using, has extra water. All I really did was take a strainer and put it over a deep bowl and set it over there for about an hour, and whatever liquid gathered on the bottom, I just dumped it out, and that way this stays nice and thick and creamy. I'm going to put that in my bowl. I just need a cup, so about 8 ounces of cream cheese is fine. Put that in there. This is really easy to make ahead of time, you guys. You're going to see how fast it is. You just put all the ingredients together, wrap them in your puff pastry, and you pop it in the oven. That's it. It's that simple. I forgot to mention that you are going to need some sugar. So we're going to combine our ricotta cheese and our cream cheese, and I forgot to mention that you are going to need a cup of sugar. I'm going to add that in here and mix it all up. You don't even need a blender for this. All you need is a spatula and a bowl and a sheet pan to bake it in. Okay, so just combine all this. Sprinkle a little bit of salt. Salt brings out the flavor, so even in dessert you need a little bit, just a tiny bit, but that little bit makes a lot of difference. Okay, we have that. Excuse me. So we need 1 egg yolk. I'm going to take out, I'm going to separate it, and everything should be at room temperature. It'll blend much easier. There's 1 yolk. Mix that in. Like that. A teaspoon of vanilla extract, if I can get it open. Always remember to use pure vanilla extract, never the imitation. A teaspoon, that's about a teaspoon, and about a teaspoon of pure almond extract, because this is an almond and cheese strudel. That's it. The filling is done. Seriously, you could do this. It's that easy. I just did it in front of you in just a few seconds. So now I'm just going to put it on the side, and I'm going to take my puff pastry, and since I don't have a roller at home, all my rollers are at the cafe, I just use whatever kind of bottle I have laying around. Okay, so I'm just going to roll it out a little bit. Not that much, just enough so that way there's room for the filling to go in here, and so that when we're folding it all up, it doesn't ooze out. Okay. Rolled it out. That looks good enough. For now, I am going to get the egg wash ready. And the egg wash we're going to brush it on the inside and on top, and that's going to give a nice golden color on, oops, the egg went in the water. Let me get it out. The egg yolk. Okay, so it's going to seal the edges of the pastry on the inside, and it's going to give a nice golden color on the outside. So I'm going to put a little bit of water in this, about 2 teaspoons. And then there's my fork. I'm just going to whisk it all up, and I'm going to get a brush right now so I could brush all around the edges. Okay, so I made my egg wash with 1 egg yolk and just about 1 to 2 teaspoons of water. And I'm just going to brush this all around the edges so it'll help it seal after I put my filling in. I'm going to reserve the rest for brushing on top of the pastry. I'm going to sprinkle some almonds down the center where the filling is going to go. And also dust a little bit of cinnamon, ground cinnamon, over the pastry. And now I'm just going to pour my filling on top of this. Oh, it smells so good. You can smell the almond and the cinnamon. It is going to be delicious. I like to sprinkle a little more almonds, sliced almonds on top. When there's something creamy, I like to add something crunchy so you can get those different levels and layers of flavor. Of course, a little more cinnamon. Cinnamon, guys, is one of my favorite flavors to put in dessert. Okay, so now I'm going to seal the edges and lift it up like that. Now I'm going to use the fork. That's it. Look how pretty that looks. I'm going to transfer this onto my pan and bring it back here. And now I'll just make some slits on the top so that way it has room for the steam to escape. And you can make 3 dashes, 3 lines down like this, or you can make an X or X's, doesn't matter. Now we're just going to brush the top with the rest of our egg wash like that. Okay, so I put the egg wash on there, and now I'm going to sprinkle some sliced almonds on top for more crunch. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty already? I've already preheated my oven to 350 degrees. I'm going to pop it in there and let it bake for about 45 minutes. Keep an eye on it. At 45 minutes, check it. It should be golden brown on top and completely puffed on all sides. Sometimes it takes a little longer, so just keep checking on it. I'm going to show you what it needs to look like when it comes out as soon as it's ready. So I'm just going to put it in there right now. Okay, here it is, my cheese and almond strudel. It did get a little busted up, I must say, and I could have made another one and showed you the perfect looking one, but these kind of things happen, and I just wanted to show you what happened to mine, because if it'll happen to me, it may happen to you, and I want you to know that it is okay. My slits were too close together, and so it made kind of like a hole on the top. So keep your slits a little further apart. You don't need to put that many. I was just doing it to show you all the different varieties of slits you can make so that way the steam can escape. This is still going to be really good, you guys. So it's okay. That's why I didn't make another one, so I could show you if it happened to me. It may happen to you, and it's okay. But if you see, it's gotten really puffed up nicely. It's gotten nice and golden. And while it comes out of the oven, while it's still warm, if you can find some Greek honey, and Greek honey, I'm telling you, is the best honey on the planet. It really tastes like caramel. It tastes like healthy caramel. I mean, who wouldn't love that? It's like no other honey I've ever tasted. It's so good. If you can get some, get it. If not, use whatever honey you like. And while it's hot and it's straight out of the oven, drizzle some of that honey on top like that. And then save some honey to serve with it when everyone takes a slice. Sprinkle a little more cinnamon on top of that, because a little more cinnamon seriously makes everything better. It may even camouflage that hole on top of my pastry. But that's fine, I promise. I can't slice into it and show you what it looks like because all the filling will just ooze out and make a big mess all over the place. So I'll be patient with that. Go on my website, www.dimitrasdishes.com. Get this entire recipe, make it. It's really easy, and it's going to be a big hit, I promise. I'll see you guys next time. Take care, bye.